If the Shoe Fits is the second episode of the third season of Barney and Friends, and I think we have some really great opportunities for learning here. And some nice nostalgia for me too, and they're the two reasons why I love to rewatch Barney. I say rewatch Barney because I watched the show a lot growing up, like many children of my generation, but I don't actually remember too much of it specifically. This episode I had no recollection of, but I thought it was pretty good. It's all about shoes, and all about different kinds of shoes. And the children in this one include Julie, Min, Juan, and Carlos. It's actually Juan's first episode. He is the brother of Carlos, and apparently Baby Bop and BJ are actually much shorter now. The costumes are a lot shorter. I genuinely don't know if I would have picked up on that. The height difference between Baby Bop and BJ, definitely, but I thought that was an interesting design, and it works quite well. And the episode is, of course, all about shoes, and I'll talk about the songs that we have. We have some shoe-based songs, of course. We also have a lot of different footwear. There are a lot of different shoes in this, and we see Baby Bop and BJ trying on shoes, and it's an absolute delight. We also get to look at one of those foot measuring devices that every shoe shop uses, particularly for children's feet. And I think that was a great thing to include because it can seem like a bit of a strange contraption, but if children are familiar with it already through Barney, when they go to the shoe shop to get measured for shoes, it might not seem quite so intimidating. So I thought that was a really great idea as well. So the songs, I will go through the songs now and share some thoughts. Generally, I think it's a really good selection of songs. We have The More We Get Together, which is not one that I knew from my childhood, but I have grown to love it through watching Barney. And the same goes for Good Manners, which of course is always a great lesson. We then have I'm Glad I Have a Brother, which is of course focusing on Carlos and Juan. And then we have a song called We've Got Shoes. And I don't think I recognise that song. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've heard it, and it is, of course, all about shoes. So it fits well within this episode. And of course, we have 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe, which is lovely. There are a couple of differences in this song to the version that I remember as a child, but definitely there is a strong sense of nostalgia there. We also have Happy Dancing, and then Pop Goes the Weasel, which is another one that I loved as a child. So a nice selection of songs, some really great messages in here. And in general, it's a pretty decent episode. If the Shoe Fits is not too bad at all.